Hello and welcome to tonight's show.
And hello and welcome to episode 229 of On the Bench, the podcast for scale modelers by scale modelers, all about scale models. And this last episode for 2025 is being brought to you by our latest Patreon supporters, Luke Cooper and Alex Johnson. These two fine gentlemen have decided that they would like to help support the show, and they have graciously done so by going to www.patreon.com/onthebench and have pledged a sum of money which is going to be fantastic for helping us with our hosting and production costs. And of course, both of those fine gentlemen will be receiving an OTB sticker, and of course they're going to go into our wonderful Patreon Wheel of Fortune. We've been extremely blessed this year to have continued support from the wonderful Scale Model Supply and Scott Taylor, and we're eternally grateful for all the fantastic support that he's provided to us. And for those listeners out there, Scott is a huge ambassador and supporter of the hobby. So you can return the favour to him by going and checking out his range of SMS paints and other products that he has as well. But you know what? How about we have a word from Scott so he can tell you himself.
Are you looking for top quality paints for your next project? Then look no further than the Scale Modeler Supply. Hi, I'm Scott, and as a passionate modeler myself, I've spent years creating the SMS product range, designing them specifically with a scale modeler in mind. We've worked extensively to develop our acrylic lacquer paint range to not only be airbrush ready straight out of the bottle, but also to be very easy to use so that anyone of any skill level can create professional results with minimal effort. Just give the bottle a good shake, pour into your airbrush and spray at 15 psi. So dive into your next project with confidence, knowing that you're backed by one of the finest hobby paints on the market. Head over to our website scalemodeler.com.au to check out our full range and to find your closest retailer.
Hello and welcome to the last show for 2027. In the studio, I've got Ian.
G'day Dave, g'day Julian, g'day everyone else.
Stop. Did I say last show for 2027?
You did.
Let's rewind.
2025.
2025. What the hell's going on?
I don't know, Dave.
Oh, just take two for us anyways. I'll do take three. Julian, hello.
Well, we're in, we just had breakfast. And
we did have breakfast.
And it's just after Christmas, so we're all
fat.
had our fill, yes.
Yep. Overfed.
Yes, last night I was, because I didn't attend the family gathering. It's an issue. Yeah, there's a lot of annoying kids there that I'd rather avoid. But I did get a portion of my sister's sticky date pudding.
Michelle makes a really nice sticky date pudding.
Yeah.
You should come here Boxing Day. Well, it's too late now.
You could have invited me on Boxing Day.
Well, another mouth to feed wouldn't. We had 30 people here on Boxing Day. It's just no. If you think your relos are a pain, you want to come here on Boxing Day. I've got the whole crowd comes over.
Okay.
Plus a couple of extra ring-ins. So.
Well, whatever. Invite me next year then.
Done. I will. I'll invite both of you next year.
Cool.
Well, that worked out pretty well for us.
Well, Michelle, the way she feeds.
I do, actually.
It's 3 different types of pasta, and there's all these different salads. And
that's the thing. I haven't had any of her pasta since we stopped doing evening recordings.
Yeah, I know.
Those were all right days.
Yeah, I know. They were cool days.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What do you mean? You get to have them all the time.
And then I spoilt it.
You did.
What with what?
Well, he changed work, remember, and we had to go to morning shows.
Yeah,
that's
all
right.
I was getting out of bed at about 4:15 every morning.
And you couldn't do the nighttime anymore.
That's all right. These things happen.
And now we're used to doing Saturday afternoons.
Or Saturday morning.
Well, Saturday mornings, I should say, sorry.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I mean, it's fairly still morning, but by the time we're done, it's past lunch. It's getting around lunchtime.
Yeah. So this is our last show for 2025, and
Yeah, that's right.
I want to say we're going to be back again in late January because I'm off around the world
Again.
for taking Michelle around the world to keep her happy. And I've got a special episode that's being dropped. It's kind of like a Christmas stocking filler. It's a recording that I did with Rob Riv and Whitey. We're going to be talking about because those two knuckleheads were cracking on about Top Gun, and they absolutely didn't know what they were talking about. So I reached out to them and said, "Hey, how about you come on and have the
new Top Gun?
well, the new Top Gun versus the old Top Gun? Which
The
one
new
is
Top
better?"
Gun, which is basically just a rip off of Star
Is it
Wars.
even
Thank you, thank you. Yes,
Is it even possible?
It's even got the Death Star run.
I know.
Is it even possible to talk about Top Gun without talking about the old Top Gun?
Well,
It's that memorable.
I don't know which one of those.
What do you mean with the homoerotic freaking beach volleyball scene?
I don't know which one of those two clowns was doing what, but one was rooting for the old one and one was rooting for the new one. So I called them both out, and so we're having a chat about about war films, their favourite war films. But it's going to be an R-rated show, our first ever R-rated show. And it's not going to be for the light-hearted. And if you're under the age of 18,
Well,
I would thoroughly recommend
yeah.
you don't listen to it because I think Rob River's got a bit of a
it's
potty
got
mouth.
Rob Riv in it. So
Yeah, he's got a potty mouth. And Whitey being a sailor as well, he can sort of swear with the best of them. And I don't think I'm too far behind. So it should be a fun little thing for you guys to listen to while we're on our break. So, but we will be back in 2026, late January, early Feb. So we'll be laying down our track then, which will be kicking off our 9th year.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, should be huge. So, Christmas. What you get up to, Ian?
Well, before Christmas, Mum got really crook, so I had to look after Mum, which is not much fun. And then Christmas Day, I woke up with a bad cold.
Oh, so that's what you got for Christmas?
That's what I got for Christmas. It's the only thing I got for Christmas.
Did you buy yourself something for Christmas?
I bought myself something, otherwise I would have got nothing.
What'd you get?
Well, of course, the new Edward Kitty Hawk boxing.
Ah.
Comes with a P40E and a P40N.
I saw something and I thought of you straight away. You know, you randomly go through Facebook and these sort of ads pop up.
Yep.
There was an ad. It's the front nose section of a P40, and it's a deodorizer thing for your car. And you sort of stick it on, the propeller spins. And
I've seen those
up.
before, yeah. They've been around for years.
Oh, well, there you go. I didn't buy it for you, though.
That's all right. I wouldn't use it anyway. So, yeah, that was my Christmas. It was pretty dismal, but these things happen.
I do.
Mine
Yes, Jordan.
was quite one at home, and I didn't buy myself anything model related because I've got enough kits, to be honest. Just bought myself some electronics and things, and yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, not too bad.
No new tools, nothing like that?
No new tools, no new anything model related. I've got outstanding projects that I'm tinkering away on and procrastinating on, and you know that's how it goes.
I almost pulled the trigger on getting one of those fractal vices.
Okay.
Right, yep.
But I just can't. At $160, whatever they're charging, I think, no, it's just a bit too much.
Yeah, you don't need it. As long as it's got like a jeweler's vice with the pins.
Dude, you just said that I know I don't need it. It's a case of wanting it.
I guess. Don't you have a vice already?
Yeah, I've got 2 vices.
Okay.
3 vices, actually. Modeling
Okay.
vices. And it's just one of those things.
And modelling is a vice as well.
Well, that's true, but this looks really cool. A fractal vice. And they do things like they put an olive into it and sort of tighten it up, and they can drill into an olive. Which
Actually, now that I think about it, I think a jeweler's vice is better.
A jeweler's vice. How's
How's
that different to a fractal vice?
Because the jeweler's vice is the one where you put the pegs in it, right? It's
Yeah, I've got one of them.
Yeah. But see, at least that is raised up and you got good access to what you're working on, whereas a fractal vice, you're down in there.
That's true.
Right?
That's very true. Yeah.
You can't get into it, yeah. It's good for grabbing onto things, but like a jeweler's vice can do that as well, but still have everything exposed.
Oh, okay. I'll stick with my jeweler's advice. But I did get a model kit for obviously I did better than you two. So I got a model kit, which is the for one of my stepsons.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the Tamiya 135th scale M1A1 Abrams tank with Ukraine colours on the front. So typical sort of,
It's the classic
Tamiya
Tamiya
stuff.
kit.
Does a job.
Reeboks.
Rubber tracks, yeah, just a Reeboks with Ukrainian flag on the front to cash in on the war. Good on you, Tamiya.
I do have some things I do want for Christmas, but they didn't come out yet.
Oh, what did you want?
So Hasegawa is releasing the Nissan Laurel,
Yep.
which, there's some pretty lackluster Laurels out there, different generations. But the one that I like is being released. Mm-hmm. And it's out in Japan. It's just not out here.
Hasn't hit the shores yet.
Yeah, that's right. It's got a really nice rear end on it. I quite like it.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so that's what I'm hanging out for. I think there's also a few other race car type stuff that was released, like the little hatchback thing that has like the big fender flares that went racing.
Yeah.
I do have one other model that's on the way, and a good friend of mine managed to grab a copy for me, and it's the Revell Artemis, the new Artemis rocket.
Oh, yep.
So that's on its way down from Queensland now. So hopefully I'll have that in my hot little hands in a short period of time.
Very cool.
And of course, the only other thing I've got to do is, I guess we should leave this for we're talking about what we want to do next year, but I might as well raise it now that Dan Carr.
Oh.
I've got to finish that.
Yeah, you're going to finish it off.
Yeah.
Get done. Get done.
All right. Well,
knock it over there.
Well, you guys, this afternoon, believe it or not, I'm actually going to have the house to myself this afternoon. So Michelle's heading off and she's taking the dog with her. And so I'll have the whole place to myself. So I might go to the bench. It's a beautiful day outside, 21 degrees Celsius. And yeah,
it is quite nice outside, I have to say, yeah. Yeah, the only thing I've got coming still, which I'm pretty sure they started sending out now, is the new Qatari PR Spitfire.
Oh, okay. So that's actually on its way out now, is
It
it?
should be. They've been busy boxing them up and sending them out.
I've seen the videos of them
And so they've
boxing it.
released I think a mid Spitfire Mark 1.
Okay.
Surprise release from Qatari.
Really? Another one?
It comes with resin exhaust and resin door.
Well, that company just go from strength to strength to
Oh, it
strength
does
to
it ever.
strength to strength. All right. So next year, what are we looking forward to next year?
I want to start one of my resin Gumpler kits.
Oh, yes.
I definitely want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to make time.
Yeah, you do. Stop building those darn car kits.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm building a Gumpler right now. I'm just going pretty slowly. I got to prime and paint it, and it's ready for that. I was going to do it yesterday. I just didn't. I just sat in my chair in vegetative state. Yeah. I mean, that's I mean, it's after Christmas, so
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
Yeah, I was supposed to go over to a friend's place as well.
Yeah.
And I looked at my watch, and I said, nah. Nah. So I sent him a message. I said, I think I realized it wasn't... it was only Friday, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, you know what? I normally go over there on a Sunday, so I think I'll put that off until Sunday. So I sent him a message, and he's like, oh, no, we've all got foot and mouth disease around here. You can't come here.
Oh, no!
Yeah. And not foot and mouth disease. What's it called? Hand and foot mouth virus or whatever it is.
That's the virus that's running around.
Yeah.
That all the
And
kids
I
get,
said, go up. Oh, no. Oh, no. So I get to stay home another day.
Meanwhile,
weekend.
we're sharing a studio with Typhoid Ian over here.
That's it, mate.
Oh, he doesn't look that sick.
I'm a lot better than I was the last few days.
Yeah. You're probably like past the infectious stage.
Oh, yeah.
So, Ian, what's your plans for 2026?
Mate, I can't make plans, to be honest. My life just revolves around looking after my mum, I'm afraid, mate.
We can challenge you to start doing some figure painting because that's achievable.
Well, even that I'm finding difficult to find time to do.
Oh, you really?
Yeah. It's pretty much full time. If I'm not working, I'm looking after my mum.
Yeah.
So I'm not making any promises to anyone.
Okay.
unfortunately. Look, as much as I'd love to, but yeah, I'm not going to make promises I know I can't keep.
Yeah, just keep it to yourself, and then
Yep.
if you if you do some work, just suddenly turn up with something finished. And
Yes, Mr.
surprise us all.
Julian's secret squirrel stuff that he does and just plops it on the table and goes, aha, there it is, and goes and wins an award for it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I did that years ago.
Yeah, I
You
remember
did it this
seeing-
year
I
too.
read-
You
I
went
know.
you went up to Scale ACT and you went, aha, and just plopped it on the
No,
table.
I built that
Yeah,
model.
I've seen that. I've seen that. I'm pretty sure you had that at Expo, didn't you?
No, you did not.
I think I entered it at one expo, but that was a long
That's what I mean.
time ago.
Yeah, I remember seeing it.
Very long time ago.
I drag in the show and I say, what have you been doing? You go, Julian goes, building cars.
Yeah,
And then we get to a model show and he plops all this other interesting stuff on that he's been building and hasn't told anybody about
look,
it.
I like I said, I built that like 4 years ago at least, and then you were like, "Oh, let's hit 1,000 malls." It's like, okay, well, I know you're gonna hit me with the, how many malls did you bring? Oh, only that many. So okay, go into the bloody cabinet and pull out all the dust off all the oldies, former interests, back when I was still like building
Real models.
Warhammer stuff.
When you're building real models.
What do you mean cars are real
No,
models?
they're not.
Yes, they are.
No.
What do you mean? They're not die-cast cars.
Dude,
They're plastic cars.
I have to say, in all fairness, I reckon car models have got the rough end of the pineapple because the kits out there are just shocking.
Yeah, but the new kits coming out are fantastic.
Well, the one I'm building is
Yeah, I
shocking.
know.
It's
It's
a
a shame. I would have actually, like, if I was to get you started in car models, I would have started you off on something much more modern,
No, I would have given him an old AMT kit from the 60s.
Well, this one feels like it's from the 60s.
It's kind of like that version of stuff from Oshima. Yeah, it is. It's an old kit.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the cross that I have to bear, and I'll do it with stoicism and silence.
Yep.
Moving forward.
So what are you up to on it?
You decaled it yet?
No, I've painted it, and I've got to knock back. I've got some rough edges, so I've got to knock back them, and then I've got to decal it, and then I've got to try and figure out how you put the insides into the outsides, and then put the wheels on, and it's done. So not far.
Gee, sounds like a day's work.
Yeah. You know what I want to get into next year a lot more than I have done recently? It's aircraft.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had a group build where I had to build a Harrier, and as much as the kit was a pain, I thoroughly enjoyed myself every step of the way building it.
Uh-huh.
I loved every minute of it, of the build. It was awesome. And I'm thinking, But here's the thing. You enjoy that kit, and you go and buy another aircraft kit, and it might be the biggest dog ever, and you might go, I hate this stuff. I can go back building ships now, I think.
Well, then just pick a good one.
Yeah, I know. I've got to pick something that really sort of gets my juices
Like
flowing.
what? Like a Tomcat?
No,
I reckon. Well, what a peak Dave would be like a B-47.
Yeah. Well, actually, I've got a B-47 in
Be 144.
144 scale. Yeah, so I've got that sitting there.
There you go. Build that. They're a pretty cool looking plane.
Yeah, I know they are.
And we saw one when we were over in the States.
Yeah, we did. We did. Yeah. Don't know. It's
I reckon single seat.
single seat.
You can't go wrong with single seat.
Yeah. I like my jets, so I think although
Haven't you got a A4?
yeah, I've got an A4 floating around somewhere.
Build your A4.
Well, no, if you were going to
Everyone
build,
loves A4s.
if you were going to build an A4, you would want to build the new Magic Factory one, right?
No, actually, I wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah, because if I was going to do an A4, I want to do it either in Israeli markings, because I love their camouflage scheme, or I want to do it in Aussie markings for a Royal Australian,
Oh, the red and white.
the fleet, yeah, Australian fleet.
Yeah, that
When
would
we
be
used to have a aircraft carrier.
When we used to have two.
Well, yeah, exactly right. Anyway.
Oh, see, if I was still in building aircraft, I would be looking for any excuse to build one of the new Magic Factory kits.
And the
'Cause I
other...
don't even know anyone who has yet.
That's a good point. I don't either, actually.
No, I'm trying to think of anyone that's built. I know I've got one in the stash. I've got the Corsair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know of anyone that's built one.
So the only thing about the Magic Factory, you know how they got like you can open up all the panels on the front and along the nose, and you can sort of open the nose up so you've got access to the radar. I'm assuming.
You see all the avionics and that. Yep.
Can you build it so it looks like it's not that with it all closed up?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Probably. I think so. It wouldn't make sense otherwise.
Yeah, I'll have to have a think about it. Anyway, but I also want to get into doing some figure painting, and there's I've got a particular idea for a diorama that I want to do. And again, I'm being challenged through another group build that I'm doing where you're going to have 2 figures, and so I'm looking at something pretty special that I'm doing. So I've got to see if it works out, and I've got a friend in the model club who's already printed off something that's waiting for me, so I can pick that up off him at our next club meeting, which is whenever. I think it's next week, I don't know. And, I'll try that this year.
Cool.
Although you 2 guys will poo-poo me as soon as you see it. You'll go, that's not really figure painting.
Oh, you're not phoning it in again, are you?
No, I'm not phoning it in. This is deep level, top tier stuff that I'm doing. So
Deep level, top tier stuff, he says.
One colour.
I remain skeptical.
One colour with a wash on it.
No.
I bet you he will not touch paintbrush at all.
Yeah.
We'll see. We shall see. All right.
Geez, we have a lot of faith in him, don't we?
Yeah, I know.
No faith in me. God, why do you keep having you 2 clowns over all the time?
Mind you, I have been buying a lot of stuff for me B25s.
Have you?
Oh, yeah. Because I know I've got the HK glass nose and I bought the PBJ1J at Canberra. Well, I've now got full Edward sets for them. Flexible 50 cal gun belts.
I would love to see you build that. I would love to see you build that.
New bomb sights, resin wheels. Just went freaking whole hog. So basically, both kits have everything I need for them. Once I finally have somewhere to build and have time to build.
So you have been building stuff then? I mean, buying stuff. Yeah,
I've been buying. Yeah, just not getting any building done.
I do love those. The colour scheme is just the best.
On the PBJ1J.
Yeah, the peanut butter jelly. That's all I can think of when you say PBJ, But I mean, like, it's a very nice plane. I love the colours on it, and I've seen some really well photographed examples. There's a flying one in the States somewhere.
That's right, yes, which is the same markings as what comes in the kit box.
I saw that plane, I'm like, I want to build that. And then I looked around at the time, there was no good kits, and,
Now there is.
Yeah, now there is, so...
So I wouldn't mind also getting their Boston 3 from HK.
Okay.
But geez, it's only $160.
And that's stopping you because?
I know. I've got... The thing is, I've got the...
You got 900 Spitfires to build anyway.
I've got 10... I just realised I've got 10 Edward P40s.
Yeah.
7 E's.
Yeah, you're going nuts.
3 N's.
Like, I mean, if this addiction was an actual controlled substance, you'd be dead.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'd be in jail and get raided.
Yes.
Like, you would have gone way past the point of no return.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people would just find a puddle of where you last were.
He's turning into a puddle and just...
Actually, it's an interesting point because if this was an illegal hobby... and, you allowed your 3 models for personal use, I'd be in so much trouble, as would you, Ian.
Yes, we get call me Mr. Asia.
We get 10 to 15 years for all the kids we've
I'd
got.
get life. I'd get life.
Oh, God.
Who needs drugs, mate?
Yeah,
We've got a more expensive freaking addiction.
Like, how many Spitfires do you have to buy before you start going, you know what? I should probably sell off half of these and keep the good ones.
I think I've got about 13 or 14.
But aren't all the ones you got good ones?
They're all Edward, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but they're not regular ones either. They're the expensive bloody Royal Class ones and everything.
Not just Royal Class and the... I don't buy the weekend editions. I buy the Profi
That's
packs.
fair.
They're all Profi packs.
Yeah. Profi packs are where it's at.
And then Edward's releasing, which I've already marked down if I can get my fingers on, because I know B&A is going to get some in, is the B25J Strafer. which is another HK B25, but with a solid nose.
Mm-hmm.
A full Edward upgrade
Oh, yeah?
in the box with some really cool paint schemes.
Yeah, that's the good thing about Edward. They do great paint schemes, don't they?
So, yeah, as soon as that gets released, bink.
So you're going right into that rabbit hole now of those particular aircraft.
To be honest, ever since I was a young kid, the B-25 was always my favourite medium bomber.
Yeah.
I just reckon
It's the sports car of bombers, I think,
It
isn't
is,
it?
yeah. And it comes with an ashtray. A lot of people don't realise that. The B-25 came with an ashtray.
You know what you should do? You need to build one and have it mounted up on an ashtray base.
Well, that'd be funny. Yeah.
Doesn't that sound fitting?
Yep.
Or, you know, that would be really good.
All right, gents, let's dive into the mailbag, shall we? First email we got is from Mark Johnson, who writes, "G'day benches, just received my on the bench stickers. Thanks. So it seemed like a good time to make a few remarks about past episodes. I am Mark Mojo Johnson. Is that Mojo? Modge. I am Mark Modge Johnson from Delaware, Ohio. That's in the USA, just outside of our state capital, Columbus. I've been modelling since the mid-60s, been in and out of it, but built a handful of models in every decade since, mostly cars. But this decade, I discovered airbrushes and water-based paints and planes and tanks and PE and, of course, your podcast. Grumble number one. You keep telling people not to listen to the early episodes. I disagree. I got great inspiration from, I think, the very first episode. You interviewed a professional modeller and he talked about using a stand-up bench. At my old bench, I was always hunched over the model and I kept having to stand up and walk across to get a special tool or paint or something. So I threw together a platform which is about mid-chest height, and now the models are closer to my eye level and I just have to turn around and get stuff from the other side of the room. I built drawers to hold the paint and brought storage for underneath. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Grumble number two. You talked a couple of times about giving up modelling when you got too old. I'm about 10 years older than you, and I don't plan to quit until they pry the tool out of my cold, dead hands. Besides, I need to go at least another 40 years to make a dent in the stash, right?
Yeah.
So now to a question. Do any of you have a special way to arrange your paint? I'm trying to line them up by colour, but there's so many exceptions to keep separate. Cockpit interiors, uniform colours, German, US, Japanese colours. I don't want to rely on the spreadsheet. Sometimes I just want to pick a colour by eye. Any thoughts? Sorry to ramble on, but that's what old guys do, especially when talking models. Keep up the great work. Moj.
I wish I had a solution for that problem, but I don't. Because especially since the way I would organise it for aircraft and armour is completely different as to how I would organise it for
Figure paint.
cars and science fiction subjects.
Well,
Like think about it this way: like your aircraft, all your greys are going to be like modern jets, right?
Mm.
But then when you go to science fiction, like so many things are like a whole series of greys.
yeah. See, I think basically, if you're doing aircraft and tanks, military vehicles, separate your paints into genres. Say, like you got US colours, World War II, roughly, or just US colours, Japanese colours, German colours, Commonwealth European colours. Same with the tanks and that. But with figures and that, if you're using like the little, what do you call them, the little squeeze bottles, you get like from AK and Vallejo, you can put them in colours. So you have all your browns, all your greens.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. Like in the end, you just got to go very basic and just go, okay, I'm going to have an area for greens, for greys, for blues.
Mm.
And sure, you're going to end up very lopsided because there's obviously a lot more greens if you're building World War II stuff, and there's always going to be a lot more sand yellows and greys if you're going to build modern stuff.
Yep.
But that's just how the cookie crumbles, isn't it?
That's the way I'd do it. Like, I'm not saying it's the way you have to do it. That's the way I'd do it.
I've definitely struggled with how to store paints as well, and I've tried you buy that set so they're all around your bench and they're sitting in and I found that was no good for me. I went and got some drawers from IKEA and
You know
had them all laid out in the drawers as you pull
There's
them
almost
out.
no
and-
real
and-
way to
and that-
do it, is there?
Well,
Because especially since when the paint settles, it doesn't look as it
I
actually
know,
presents
exactly
anymore.
right. And I've seen some guys, they'll put the colour of the paint on top of the cap, depending. But you can only do that with certain types of paints. You can't do it with all. I haven't seen one solution that I've gone, that's genius. Yes, I need to copy that. I haven't seen that yet.
You know what? In the end, I think the way Mr. Hobby, GSA Krios, do with the actual coloured caps is better for this than most things.
Yeah, and
It's not 100% accurate, but it gives you a good idea what colour you're looking at.
That's right.
yeah. And it's the one part of my build room that still frustrates the hell out of me because I've got to spend, it feels like hours hunting around all my paints
For
to
a
find the
specific
particular
colour.
one that I'm looking for. Yeah, and I've got them all listed on an app, but that does me no good because I've still got to go and find where it is in the drawer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel your pain, Mark, and I wish that somebody could sort of come up with a solution.
For military purposes, right? I mean, at least you're always going by codes, right? You're matching.
Oh, the FS codes, yep. FS
yeah,
or RAL.
yeah. I mean, like you're actually matching a specified paint to a specified instruction, right? But with cars and science fiction subjects, and then when you get into like the point where you're going off-road for like aircraft and armor, where you're just doing it by eye, right?
Oh, what about figure painters where they're just doing it by eye with different colours?
like it's just it gets so out of hand.
Yeah.
Because like you'll be glancing around looking for that color that you feel is in your mind's eye, and you're going, well, this one's not green enough, and this one's not blue enough, and
That's when you start.
What do you do?
That's when you start adding colours together and making your own.
yeah. But at one point, you know that's the problem. Like you spend a lot of time going, okay, well, I really have gone through everything, and I don't have anything that's close enough. Now I can finally start making my own.
Yep.
Well, if you get a solution, write in and let us know because we're dying
We'll
to
pass
know.
it on to Mark.
Absolutely. Next email from Michael Lumley, who just writes in to say, "G'day guys, just wanted to say I love the show. I'm a busy dad and don't get a lot of time to model nowadays. Your podcast allows me to stay in touch with a hobby, even if I'm on the bus on the way to work. Thanks so much for all your work and time."
Thank you, Michael.
All right.
Thank you very much. Just circling back to Mark Johnson, he also forgot to include a picture. We sent us a picture of his messy workbench, which shows an open drawer with all his paints just sitting upright. They're stacked a lot better than my paints.
What's he building? The Arizona.
It looks like it might be the Arizona by the hull shape.
Cool.
Yeah, very good.
Very nice.
Nice to see another shipbuilder, isn't it just? Dave Osborne writes in and says thanks for my OTB t-shirt, which has arrived, and it's awesome. Thank you so much. Of course, Dave was one of our winners of the Patreon Wheel of Fortune, and he got a lovely t-shirt. So
Well done, Dave.
he did really well. Just writing to say that arrived, which is great. Owen Dawson writes, "Hello, benches. I really enjoyed the chat you had with Rob Riv about accessorising your armour models in your last episode. As always, lots of great insight and plenty of laughs along the way. One point I would like to focus on is Rob's claim that accessorising kits with aftermarket or scratch building is a great way to make a model unique. I can't disagree with Rob, but as an alternative or addition to accessorising kits, one thing I might add to the conversation is the use
Conversion.
So one thing I might add to the conversion is the use of dioramas to make modelers' work unique." I think he means conversation.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
probably.
surprised when I read it. As a keen diorama builder myself, I love to create narratives or convey emotions around my models in order to give each one its own unique story. To further sing the praises of dioramas, I also reckon that they are a great way to explore a subject matter and are probably where modelers can be at their most creative. Through the good storytelling, they also provide some of the best opportunities to engage people with no prior interest in the subject matter. I think a few modelers can be intimidated by the idea of dioramas, taking them out of their comfort zone and into parts of the hobbies, such as figure painting, that they haven't tried before. I'd like to encourage every modeller to attempt making at least one diorama. You never know, you might surprise yourself, and I guarantee that if you do attempt one, you will learn new skills and have fun in the process. Anyway, I just thought I'd chuck in my 2 pennies worth. It would be great if you could run an episode or two looking at the diorama art form. Keep up the great work, lads. All the best. That's Owen from North Wales in the UK.
Very true. Very true.
I don't see anything wrong with that. I think for me, dioramas, it just seems like it doesn't seem like how much
I think dioramas are the ultimate expression of modelling.
Yep.
Like, there's nothing higher. Anything else is just displaying a subject.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, with doing a diorama, you're putting it in a setting and telling a story.
That's right.
For me, I think it's a case of being time poor, that just building the subject is enough for me. Maybe doing a diorama is something I'll explore in the future when I get more time or make more time for myself. But at this point,
it's a very involved process.
It is hugely involved. You've got to think about, and we had the discussion with Clayton, didn't we, about how you sort of think about setting out your display and everything. You got to think about the shape of it, how it's going to look, how it's going to sit. You know, what are you trying to do when you're sort of telling the story, all that type of stuff. And that sort of stuff makes gives me a headache. You know what I mean? I like just sort of building the model and that's it. It's built and done.
I would say that before you get there, a necessary sort of stopping point is probably learning how to paint figures to a decent degree.
Yeah.
You can't really get away. You can't really make a diorama without putting people in there, because that's what it's all about, people. We are people, and everything is seen through the eyes of a subject, a person.
I'm just gonna challenge you there. I think you can have a diorama without people. A successful diorama without people. I think.
Well, you put a dog in there.
Well, yeah. I think the people help to conversate to understand the scale and I guess the story for what you're trying to tell, whatever story you're trying to tell. But I don't think you have to have people in it to make a good diorama.
Depending on the subject.
Yeah.
Like with armour, you could probably get away with maybe if you were into that sort of thing, doing something like from Kursk, where you've got like a T-34 ramming a Panther tank or something.
Yeah,
where both tanks are buttoned up. There's no figures around.
Yeah.
Still makes pretty dynamic idea.
Well, there's heaps of different ways of doing it. Yeah. It's very interesting, and certainly thank you very much for Owen for writing it in.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
It's a great discussion point. Greg Friddle writes in. Greg from Texas here. I really enjoy the podcast. I primarily model machine Krieger stuff, but I'm slowly dipping into armour. I wanted to tell Julian to get on with those MA kits. They are very enjoyable, especially when it comes to weathering.
MAK kits.
Yeah.
I said MAK kits, didn't I?
No, you said MA kits. Mature audience kits aren't that common, are they? Machine and Krieger, on the other hand.
Well, okay.
Yeah, so what happened with mine is, I'm still tinkering away with it. As I said to Lincoln at the Canberra show, I told him that I'd started the Lunar Diver, and I just couldn't get it done in time. Not even close. Not even close. There's just too many seam lines on it. He's like, and he agreed. He's like, yeah, basically it's not a shape that's designed to exist in kit form.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's basically like if you can imagine like 6 donuts that link on themselves, and you've got to remove the seam line in the little hole in the center.
Right. Yep.
It's kind of like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not pleasant is what you're saying.
No, it's just there's seam lines everywhere that you got to remove, and they're in the weirdest places.
Very cool.
Well, Greg included some pictures of one of his subjects, and I've got to say, he's quite an accomplished builder there. That weathering is just outstanding.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Done a great job on that, Greg.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
And I've actually got some MAK kits floating around in my stash as well, which I said I was going to build last year, and everything got
Mate, I've got MAK stuff in my stash that I've had for about 40 years.
You know what?
The original Nitto boxings.
You know what you should do, Ian? I reckon you should do an MAK kit and treat it like a figure, like do the brush painting method with lacquers.
All right.
Because then you could do a real kit, a real vehicle kit, so to speak, in a way that's similar to a figure painting, but you don't have to worry about putting on your best spectacles and your OptiVisor and like trying to paint eyeballs and all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
You can actually sort of have fun with it and be rough, and it won't be anywhere near as time consuming.
Yep.
I reckon that's probably one of the best ways forward for you.
Worth the thought, yes.
Lee Edmond writes in, thanks, benchers, for another entertaining and informative episode. Two things stirred my interest, so I thought I'd mention them. In relation to figure painting, I don't do it. A modeller has to know his limitations.
Don't say that. You're going to give Dave some ideas.
Preach, brother, preach. It's all I can say.
Hey, you got to push yourself sometimes.
I'm going to do that this year, in 2026. I've already said that, so I'll be pushing myself.
Okay.
Lee continues, on bases, I take a completely different approach. Being a historian with an interest in museums and museology, with a didactic streak, I like to do what good museums do and tell you what you're looking at. So I make my bases in the form of museum placards with 3 information levels. This is, I think, important when the model is of something unusual, such as a Pilatus P2, for example. By the way, don't you think that the deep sea blue painted Ryan FR came up beautifully? Scott really knows what he's doing with his SMS paints.
Oh, he does.
And that's all the best from Lee.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was a beautiful model of the Ryan, which is, for people that know, it's a US Navy prop aircraft.
One of the last prop aircraft.
Yep, and the Pilatus P2 obviously is a Swiss aircraft.
Trainer.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very nice.
Very, very cool.
And thanks for writing in. Next one comes from, not this clown again.
Brad. Hey, Brad. Our good buddy Brad. We love Brad.
Hey,
Yes.
Julian and Julian, he says.
Dave, Ian, and Julian.
I got that wrong. Just listen to the episode with Riv. So damn funny listening to the clash of accents. I think you got Riv seeing the light on 3D painted AM stuff, but he'll always be a PE guy. Ouch, I just burnt myself at heart. Great episode. Keep up the good work. Here's some of my latest work. I'll see you at the IPMS Nationals, Goldfinch. And he sends through some pictures of his little armour kits he's working on.
A little Hetzer.
And that one would be a T35/4075, whatever they call it.
T34.
T34. Yeah, it's a T34 with a long barrel. How's that?
And then he's got this.
This is your Ian. This is your kind of stuff.
He sent me a photo of this. I can't remember what it's called again. It's a First World War prototype tank, and it just looks absolutely awesome.
It really does look like a water tank, doesn't it?
Yeah. I was watching this thing on YouTube last night, and there's this place in New Zealand. It's like a tractor and bulldozer museum, and they've got a replica Bob Semple tank.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You can climb inside and have a look.
Very cool.
Yeah, you are Bob Semples.
Michael Warren writes in, good evening, gentlemen. I just started listening to episode 228 on my way into work and then finished it on my way home. Clayton Ockerby once again gave a fine guest performance, and the snippets of wisdom from all of you are excellent help for my modelling. There were times I had tears rolling down my face from laughter, and the back-to-back forth between you all was fantastic. The icing on the cake was hearing about roadwork problems in Australia as I drove through a wet and stormy and windy English countryside. Thanks for a superb podcast. Excellent. And a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year from Michael Warren.
Thank you, Michael.
How many more of these do we have to do? Because I can feel like Dave's English falling apart.
Well, there's nothing wrong with you clowns reading something out. Have you ever considered that?
Yeah, it wouldn't be as entertaining for our guests, for our listeners.
Chris Miller writes in, hello, David, Ian and Julian. Go on, laugh it up. Laugh it up.
Why not?
Where has the year gone? Seems like only a few months ago we were still saying goodbye to 2024. By the time you record the next episode, Christmas will have been gone for another year. Hopefully we modelers are all happy with any styrofoam that we got from the big guy in red from our better halves, or indeed from ourselves. I hope you all had a great Christmas and enjoy a safe and happy New Year's. I stepped outside from QMHE committee duties for 2026.
Stepped aside.
Stepped aside.
You said outside.
Stepped aside. Chris, don't worry about Julian. You know, you've met. You know what he's like.
That's important for context in this case.
I stepped aside from my QMHE committee duties in 2026. My replacement is a guy named Paul Scoose, who is well known in the Brisbane modelling community. So the promotions job is in excellent hands. I want to take the opportunity to personally thank you and the podcast for your incredible support of QMHE over the last couple of years and helping me do my job in getting the show name out there. As promotions officer, it was amazing to have the OG podcast representing in the house last year. I certainly hope some of you can make it back up for either 2026 or after for another couple of days of Expo goodness. I wish the community all the best for the year ahead. Yours and glues and sprues, Chris Miller.
Well, Chris, next year, unfortunately, is out for us, but I'd say 2027.
Yeah.
We'll make an effort.
And Chris is one of those just lovely guys to work with, and, you know, always had a good time catching up with him and just talking with him. And, you know, I've had many a long conversation on the phones with him about nothing but sort of modelling, you know, just on the side. And a really nice guy to work with.
He's a good bloke, yeah.
Really nice. Greg Lester writes in, another great year of podcasting for the Melbourne boys. Great to see you again here in the nation's capital again this year, and look forward to the Cormorants returning next year. What's that about?
The Cormorant was the replacement for the Falcon, if you recall.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not. No.
The Cormorant has flown the coop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Falcon's long gone.
Yeah. Shame.
God rest its feathers.
Well, I mean, he's still around in real life. He's just not.
Yeah, but the character, the Falcon is.
Exactly.
Anyway, it's from Greg Lester, also known as Bacon Bits Models, and Greg is one of the most prolific
shipbuilders.
Model builders I know.
He's knocking them out weekly.
I know, and he's got such an eclectic sort of side of things. He'll do anything from, you know, Warhammer stuff through to World War I stuff through to artillery pieces through to ships, and he's just and everything he touches comes out as a show quality model. It's just fantastic work.
Very talented fella,
and
a great human being to boot.
Yeah, let's not go too far. His head's going to get too big, so you know. Thanks for a great year, Greg.
Yes. Look forward to next year, mate.
Craig Everson writes in, Dear Dave, Ian and Julian, just wanted to say hello and wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hope that 2026 brings you all more time at the bench. I'd like to say I really like the topics from the last two episodes with Rob, Riv and Clayton. I have to say I agree with Rob that adding aftermarket parts does make the build your own and different to other builds. Examples are the photos I've attached of a Tiger 1 having 3D printed barrel, mantlet, exhaust covers, and a few other small parts, whereas the M18 Hellcat, I went to town with PE all over it and a metal barrel. To Clayton's issues about bases, I like him sometimes. I don't know what I'm going to do with the base until the end of the build, but at other times a kit or a set of markings can inform me in which direction to go. My Tiger 1 winter diorama was chosen by the markings for a unit in December 44 in Russia, where the M18 was chosen as part of the Posse D-Day group build that is based on Operation Cobra. It can be hard sometimes, as I'm not a fan of just a bare base. I like to have at least something on the base with the model to go with it. Finally, I was wondering if you could mention the special interest group I started on Facebook for me. It's called Sci-Fi Real Space Mecha and Gundams Special Interest Group. I started this to promote and make a real community around these lesser recognised genres in our great hobby. My hope is that I can get a show off these genres here in Australia and over the world eventually, although other members, hopefully like SIG groups, are at Telford. In finishing, I'd like to thank you all for all you do in the hobby, giving us all the laughs, informing us on what's going on, and most of all, from a personal point, your friendship. It's been a tough year personally for me and my health issues, so to know you guys are there for a chat makes it so much better, and it's always a pleasure to hear each episode. Kind regards, Craig Everson.
Hey, no worries, buddy.
Yeah, so definitely check out his Facebook, his new special interest group that he's running. It's called Sci-Fi Real Space.
Mecha and Gundam.
It's a Mecha and Gundam special interest group. And I have actually signed up to that. And Craig's a really cool dude
He's
too.
a great guy.
Oh, me, I enjoy catching up with him. Andy writes in, Merry Christmas, fellas. Was wondering if any of you know any kit manufacturers that have a UH-1E Huey. The UH-1E was a specific Marine Corps variant in Vietnam, from what I understand. That's thanks from Andy.
Not my genre, I'm afraid.
Not my genre either. Surely Google would have...
Well, I'm sure he can Google himself, but if he's asking us, he's...
obviously, not had any luck. Maybe something you may need to do a kit bash on.
You might. So, like, if you're going to find out anywhere, you have to go to ScaleMates.
Yeah.
Right? So you search up what you're looking for on ScaleMates. It'll tell you all the available kits in every scale. It's not the most intuitive site. It's a bit old, but it'll get the job done if you spend some time with it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's close enough to an existing kit, there might be some aftermarket which you might need to buy to convert it to the exact variant that you want.
Yes.
I'm just trying to see what the...
If it's just, if it's just basically not too different from the Vietnam era Hueys, then you should be able to find what you're looking for.
Mm.
It's got a shorter cabin. That's why it looks weird. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, maybe you're going to have to get an existing kit and just cut it down a bit.
Yeah, do some
surgery.
Yeah, it might be something you might have to revisit at a later stage because, when you've gained a bit more skills and you've got some confidence in modifying an existing kit.
Yeah, cutting it in half with a razor saw.
Yeah,
that's a big job.
Yeah, I guess.
And you can't stuff it up because once you stuff it up, you got to start again. And that's when it gets expensive.
But also, it can get expensive, but also the great way to get the skills to do it is to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Sometimes that's just the only way you're going to get there, the hard way.
Yep. Very true.
Good luck, Andy. Let us know how you go, and thanks for the Christmas wishes. Really appreciate it.
Yes.
And that brings us to an end of the listener mail.
Very cool.
Quite a few, which is really good.
Of course, if you want to send us an email, you can send it to onthebench64@gmail.com.
Yes.
Don't forget, we're away for a little while, so if you send one, don't worry if you haven't got a
reply in the next month.
Exactly right. Okay, so this brings us towards the end of the show, but before we do that, we need to, of course, have our Patreon Wheel of Fortune. And
Spin to win.
Spin to win, and big thank you. It's a really cool saying, spin to win. And we're going to be giving away one of our fantastic on the bench challenge coins as well as a T-shirt for this spin for the end of year. So let's see who the lucky winner is going to be. And we'll click the spin.
And it's tick, 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 tick.
Oh, it's an exciting time to find out who the winner is. And it is...
Brian McFeeters.
Okay.
Now, what does Brian win?
Well, he'll be getting the T-shirt as well as the
Cool.
coin. So,
Well, that's quite generous.
oh no, I'm the kind of guy. It's
Merry
yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Merry Christmas. All right, gents, let's bring it home.
Yes.
First of all, I just want to say on behalf of myself, I want to thank both Ian and Julian for helping supporting me during the year.
No worries, mate. Thanks for the free food.
That's
That's right.
Of course, the show wouldn't be anything without both of you. So it's just great to have you both as fellow podcasters and good mates as well.
Brilliant.
And,
No worries.
Feelings likewise, mate.
I can't wait to see you two morons in next year.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Forward
mate.
to
We'll be here.
And of course, on behalf of Ian and Julian, certainly I'd like to say a big thank you to all of our listeners out there. We really get blown away by the support from you guys and gals, and really appreciate it. And also to Scott, who's a big supporter of the show, SMS Paints. Don't forget to go and check out his fantastic range as well.
Yep.
And as I said at the beginning of the show, he is just such a huge supporter of the modelling industry and hobby, and he really sort of steps up and goes well outside
Oh, definitely.
to support
Yeah.
model shows and a whole host of other stuff that he does sort of behind the scenes. He's just an amazing guy who walks the walk and talks the talk.
He does.
Yeah.
All right. Have a happy new year, everyone. And looking forward to catching up with everyone in 2026.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. On New Year,
Mm-hmm.
new modelling horizons.
New Modelling Horizons,
Yep.
yes. Very good. Gentlemen, thanks very, very much, and we'll be back in 2026. Adios.